It's level threes, bro.
SpaceX Dragon launching in T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Space
5,
eight Dragon.
5.5, 5 3/4. Oh man.
And the quarter
Yeah,
road.
in the quarter roots. Yo, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unlock. It is day I don't know.
Stay something.
Day something like chase something. Cause you in Mikasa, it's Sukasas.
No, stay in your home because stay stays there, please.
How are you doing, bro?
I'm alright, brother. I'm alright. Um, no, I'm good. I'm good. Um, yeah, level level three things. It's level three now.
It's upon us.
Now,
Did you go to the bottle store today?
no, I'm not gonna go until, jeez, I don't know, until maybe Thursday, bro. Wednesday or Thursday. I just let everybody, all the crazies, get in there first and just and do their things, do their
Right now,
craziness.
right now the block is still too hot, as they would say.
It's still too hot, dude. Imagine now you contract something because of a six pack. Can you imagine? That's like, it's not how I want to go down, bro. Six.
That-
It's probably not even cold, dude. A warm six pack because you're there in the morning.
that is
Yeah,
a horrible way to be admitted to hospital for like, a bottle of old brown sherry. It's like you could have waited.
dude. I don't know. I mean, like it's. I mean, even just the screening when they're like, "Cool, where have you been in the last 5 days?" Yeah, Monday morning at 9 o'clock, I was at. Dude, even if you become negative from Corona, I'll still be like, please, bro. There are other issues that I think we need to address before.
It almost feels like ethically these are the people that should be denied treatment, where they're like, you got it how? So you are not a healthcare worker. You don't you don't you haven't been helping the poor. Okay, please. Once again, you know the drill. Go to that line over there.
If you just go there. Yeah, bro. So how are you, bro? How were you drunk before you left the store? What happened? Uh,
The lines were so crazy. There were even people singing and dancing outside of Macro. Can you imagine?
you imagine, dude? I can't, bro. I can't. It's just it's just like it's a six pack, bro. I still can't get over the fact that it is just a six pack, and then we must just, how embarrassing this is gonna be when everything is back to normal, and then you're just gonna be like, bro, weren't you there singing for us? It's not gonna be able to make eye contact.
Singing struggle songs once again for Milk Stout. Unbelievable. What I am finding a little bit bizarre is kind of the confusion over some of the level 3 rules. For instance, you can stay at a hotel, you can go to a game reserve, you can do a whole bunch of stuff, but you cannot visit your family. What do you think of the level 3 restrictions?
Well, I think I mean, it's to be clear, it is for business.
Sure.
So that's what I'm saying. Which I don't know how they're gonna check, but you should only be able to travel interprovincially on planes for wax and go in hotels for wax. I think, actually, I don't know. Are hotels? I don't know why. I didn't know hotels were open, to be honest. I don't know,
Well,
dude.
yeah.
For me, like, this level and just normal South Ao is just it's just the same thing, bro. It's just the only thing
It's,
is you can't
it's very
compare.
close, huh?
Because like between now, like 2 and 1 and just normal South Africa, it, the margins have become smaller and smaller, dude. Smaller and smaller.
The
I
only thing
can't.
missing is sports.
Yeah. But like I said, the margins are smaller. The difference between no sports and the PSL are much smaller than no sports and Bundesliga. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
I think that's another one. We can now exercise at any time. Anytime, bro. Anytime you want to be out in the streets doing your joggings, you can gonna go for it.
Yeah, which is why I'm like it means not it mean now it means nothing. It's just don't even like dude. There's no curfew.
Yeah.
There's alcohol, and you can essentially walk. You can just walk the streets willy nilly.
So you're exercising. I'm exercising from here to Rosebank. So 15 minutes exercise.
Yeah, but what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna inspect? They're like, but those are jeans, my friend. Those are jeans. Yeah, dude, you can exercise in jeans. What are you talking about? Doesn't mean you have to wear sweatbands and like it's exercise. That's why I say it's nuts now. There's nothing.
There's gonna be a lot of am I sweating or not? Am I is this my Julugings? Look here. Feel here? Feel here. Feel here, officer. Feel here. I mean really now.
Yeah, yeah. That'll be a blazing test. They just come up and you why does it seem like your pulse is the same? No, no, no. I'm just very fit. I'm just very fit. So it's the same.
Why does your heart rate feel like it's at rest? What's going on over here? Are we there? Am I frozen?
I don't know what happened, bro. Mine
level 3 trying to destroy our lives.
yeah, mine just shut down. No. Yeah, bro. I did. It's the same. It's the same, dude. Are you telling me it's what if I wanted to go and do nonsense? What legislation essentially can is stopping me from going and doing nonsense? Walking the streets, buying alcohol, and no curfew. I could be walking the streets at 3 a.m. with like in my hand. It's like that, my friend, is South Africa. That is not like that is South Africa just original.
That's our default setting.
Yeah,
A guy running the streets with a dumpy at 3 a.m. Just like is I mean, this is a joke, this thing.
yeah, yeah. It's nothing to be nothing. If anyone had to see that, they'll be like, there'll be no one will be alarmed. They'll be like, yeah, cool, whatever. It's a Saturday. I mean, what else? What else were we expecting? I'm reading.
The people that's coming back from Groove. I mean, what are we gonna do? Now we're telling people how to enjoy themselves.
I mean, why? Yeah, why are we stressing the guy out now?
The thing that I found so interesting is schools were supposed to open today, and then the minister did a massive U-turn, did a massive U-turn.
Yeah, of course you would. It was a horrible, like a horrible idea. It was. It's. I mean, they're only stopping it for a week because they're gonna try and go on the 8th. But I'm like, why are we? You're going like only essential workers can go home. I mean, go to thing. Most industries can open, but it's like these people are not generating any income. They're not. There's not part of the GDP. It's like the economy is not losing anything. Like let's just let the kids work from home. I don't
Well,
understand.
it's actually fascinating about. I think during the Industrial Revolution, kids were sent to school, and this is why kids still go to school, so that their parents could go to work. So they didn't need anyone to take care of their kids. So we're still like it's still like a 200-year-old, 300-year-old thing. That is the reason why kids go to school.
And then when they were there, they're like, "Whew, well, I guess we gotta teach them things while we're here." Yeah. So board mass, brackets. What is the O
Oh,
actually?
brackets of division,
Oh,
multiplication.
addition, subtraction.
Oh yes, I was like, what are the last? How are they at the end of this? The
But
dumb stuff, maths.
addition and subtraction can be interchangeable. So is so is so is division and multiplication.
In terms of the order. Our producer says kids go to school so they can learn. I mean, it's a byproduct, but
I mean,
it is mostly a crash. That's literally why people can't go to work because they can't just leave their 7-year-olds to play Fortnite and make themselves broke.
dude, yeah, and it's like also it's like I guess they can make friends and I don't have to drive them around to go to people's houses. Let them all go meet somewhere and play. Then I don't have to now. But you know what I found weird? It's like when we moved from like the hood into like suburbs vibes or into like different schools. Is
Mm.
then how like how playing with your friend all of a sudden became like a big deal. Like parents got involved. Then people had to get dropped off, and whereas before it was just like, cool, I'm gonna see you before the sun goes down. I'm gonna go. I can go. Look, there are multiple things. I have a whole itinerary here, and some of them are things could get broken, but you'll never find out about it. I could get kidnapped, but don't worry, I'll be back before
That
the
is
sun.
true. The approach is very different. In the hood, it's like, Granny, my friend Dodo is here. We're gonna go do things. Then you come back. Then then it's there. Someone asks you to take back empties. Then you're taking back empties. Then you see people playing soccer. We're playing soccer till 5. Then it's like
But there's no. It's just like yeah, I'll be back when I'm back, bro. I'll be back when I'm back, but don't worry about what I'm doing. I'll come back to eat, and then I'll be gone. I used to have like there was a field in front of our house, dude. So you can
mm.
imagine it's like, cool, we can start at soccer, but then it can change into another adventure that takes you somewhere far. No supervision, nothing, just roaming the streets. And then when the sun goes down, like you're like a Mayan, you're like, oh, okay, I think it's time.
I I have one responsibility to have a bath when all of this is done. That is
Yeah,
that is my end of the bargain here.
yeah. And if it's school holidays, it's that it's minus two things. It's like obviously take a bath when it's time. And then the other one was take the meat out of the freezer. Whatever day it was, take that meat take the meat out of the freezer so that it's ready when people come home to cook things.
Th- th-
And if I clock those two things, the day was my oyster boy.
That was like you had two jobs. Then go, go back to whatever you were doing. I was playing marbles at 11. I don't know where I had lunch. There was peanut butter and jam involved. Then we it was just an untidy, fun like experience.
Yeah, but now I mean now people are like now there's dietary requirements and now parents are getting involved and it's just like yo, I just yeah, I just remember like getting lost. When's the last time anyone has gotten lost? Just lost.
I
Like I don't know where I am lost.
can you think the last time I remember is 2012? No, maybe okay. It's 2012 was one of the last two times, and then the other one was 20.
what, what happened in
I, re-
2012?
I remember it so vividly. I was I was in I was in Scotland. I was in Edinburgh, Scotland. And it's bizarre because so the roads there they intertwine, and you know you can it's just odd. And I just remember walking and then being like, why am I in front of Parliament? I have not I have not seen this once in 8 days. Phone is kind of dying. You know, you're just like, this is it's becoming suburban now. This is this is weird. I didn't think there was a side like this to this place. That is maybe one of the last two times I can remember being lost.
I remember I was lost for a good half an hour in so the situation was like I don't know where. Oh, so I took a taxi, but then I was trying to go to like Maboneng or something, and I got out of it, and I was like, I just know the general direction because like kind of makes sense. But this is still the times of phones and stuff. So I'm walking, but now it's getting dodgy and dodgy and dodgy. Like I'm getting more and more eyes, and I'm like, fuck, I can't turn around. Like I know where I'm going now is lost, but I can't look lost, and I can't do a sudden U-turn, and most importantly, I can't just take out my phone.
And have a quick gander.
Yeah. So I was like, so I was proper just like walking, knowing that I'm lost, but like let me just walk, let me get lost away, all the way to the other side of lost. Like, you know, let me
Hopefully
lose my way
come
through
out at the end found.
this. And then I was like, okay, cool. Okay, now I'm lost, lost, lost. But I know where I am. I'm on the other side. Let me, let me march back a different route. And then I got there. But it was like a weird thing of like, I know I'm lost and I know I'm getting more lost. But there's no way I'm changing any. I have to keep on this route. The block is too hot right now.
You must commit to the lostness. Yeah, I know those ones where you're in a neighborhood where it's like you can't look like you're not from here. It's just
Yeah.
not for your safety. You must commit to even the neighborhood getting dodgier for a
Yeah. You must, yeah. It's just, yeah, you gotta start a game of dice on the corner, get entrenched in the neighborhood and be like, hey, I am lost, but I can't let go now.
immerse yourself in the neighborhood. Whatever is happening there, just be we're drinking on the corner. I mean, this is my new life. Whatever
why
I'm late for can wait.
why wouldn't I be drinking on? I mean, really. Like, yeah, when your phone rings. Yeah, something came up. I'm gonna call you back. I'm just,
That's so funny. It's
oh,
like you're just missing job interviews because you're trying to blend into neighborhoods. Hello? Look, I mean, I don't really like, I don't really like NGOs. Okay, cool, man. Have a good one.
no, if your job calls you, but still gotta act thug, like, yo, where's my money? What? I don't know. No, I'm saying, where's my money? Uh, you're not gonna come back to the office, right? Consider yourself fired. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh, bye.
I'll collect next week. Yeah. No, sir. Please drop off your access card, please. Just,
And we did give you bus fare. So if you could please return some of the allocated bus fare that we put into you, please.
that's funny. Bring back, bring back your access key and some of that merchandise that has the company details on. We can't allow that to just be in the streets.
Yeah, funny, like it's a like it's a uniform. Like once that thing's on, I expect you to act a certain way. Yeah. Can't just be swearing on the phone when you have incredible connection on the thing. I can't. I don't want to see you with your phone being dead. I don't want to see you. The I don't know.
I mean, you just brought up an interesting idea. How much of school is like preparing you for the work environment? It's like when you don this uniform, you must uphold certain principles. Then you're like, look, man, I want to have a cigarette in this blazer. Let me live my
But I mean, take me through. I don't know what
life.
I will because I didn't wear a uniform. I was just taking that from life. So if
That's funny.
like I was like I don't know. I assume people did that. I mean, if there are anyone in the comments, let us also know what the fuck happened with your
So
that
the
thing.
I think the politics of it is that like you're if you're wearing the uniform of a place or institution, then we identify you or you represent that institution's kind of ethos or behavior. So particularly like high schools that pride themselves on like when we're out in the world, we our ties are on, our blazers are out, our jerseys, our shoes are polished. And I kind of get it. It's like, don't make us look like shit. Like that's what they're saying basically. Don't embarrass this house. When you go out to Crystal Mall with your friends, don't embarrass us with your loose drawers. And now you're just untidy at Crystal Mall. Then the people go, have you seen the kids of Northcliffe? Now we're being lumped with this crackhead who just fucking plays in a parking lot after school.
But is that like a big thing? I wouldn't know. For me, it's like if I was seriously considering a school that's close to my neighborhood, has a good track record and everything, then I saw the guy in the blazer smoking. How much? I guess I guess it would. I don't know. Cause I guess because I'm not a parent of people in school. Because I just always thought like I just always think people are overreacting.
I think the idea is perception, right? I think that's why people send their kids to certain schools because they're perceived to either perform well academically or have good values, and that's why I think like even with all this like Pretoria's high school for whatever girl stuff and all these schools is that the perception of what's really going on at the schools is just completely different. Horror shows at all these schools. Yes, the shoes are polished, but holy shit, during the day.
Yeah, it's like um yeah. So thanks again for coming with the right size dress. But could you please stop um throwing racial slurs around class? That would be
Yes.
great as well. Thanks.
It's like, look, we understand the school has an issue with gender, sexuality, and race, but our blazers is legit.
Bases are legit. All our guys' hair is short.
And it's neat. We don't do gel out here. We have our problems, but
I will say the one thing I am jealous of is that I just because I wasn't ever indoctrinated through it. I don't know how to tie a tie really well. It always like takes me like forever to be like, okay, which one's long and which one's short? Because it's like I just never did it at school at all. So I always just look like a like because obviously there's not a backstory that you can tell people. So it's
sure.
just like what I remember I went to a wedding and then the thing just got loose and then I was like, okay, let me just take it off. And then I gave it to someone like a child, like please do my thing. And they were like, well, what? What? Sorry, what? No, just do the tie and then I can. And they just looked at me like I was mad, dude.
I think we've discovered the point of schools. is just crash for 12 years, and so you can learn how to do a Windsor knot. Other than that, what a horror show. What other life skills do you
But, I
learn?
mean, yeah, I think because I mean it's outdated now. The parents don't need to look after like this. Xbox Five is coming out now. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Give them a TV and an Xbox Five. You don't need to look after them at all.
Yeah, it's like, here,
Right.
do you know what to do with this controller, huh? Okay, I'll see you at night.
Shut up. Get a webcam if you need. If you don't trust them, but go to work and leave the kids to just do kid things. And then maybe grade 11, grade 12, bring them in and be like, cool, okay, first class taxes, second
Cool.
class.
Let's bring it in, guys. Shit's about to get real. This is the age shit gets real.
Dude, get off the unicycle, man. I'm talking here. Get off the unicycle and come closer.
Put away the YouTube videos on gaming, please. Just come, guys.
Yeah, it's just the last 2 years before it gets for real, for real. Okay. Yeah, like number one, like I said, taxes and English. It's a big one. Uh a dozen means 12. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, just go with me. That's
A
just the
regular
thing.
dozen and a baker's dozen, same thing. I know. Don't know why they put. I mean,
And the thing is like, oh, and acute and obtuse, just know those. No, for no reason other than just know them, dog. Just know them. And
sine, cos, theta, soccer, toa. Remember that. Sine opposite over hypotenuse, ka adjacent over hypotenuse, toa opposite over adjacent. Cool. Now go out there and fix things.
dude, that's the thing that killed me. That was my home game, man. Because all the syntax cause things. That was my away. That's my away game. Then when I came back now to figure out angles, that's when I was like, okay, sharp. This is where I can win I can win the whole thing. Because I struggled.
Yeah, Karen, sorry.
No, I struggled with the sin because all them things, bro. Like I scraped through and then made the numbers up with obtuse and the equilibrium and 180, like clocked it. Like I think I hit it like a good 80 something. Then I was like, shit. Yeah. I just passed.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him. I hated trigonometry, not gonna lie. Calculus was my shit. That was when I was like, bring Fatom Fluffy. That's when I was like, bring the things. Let us flex upon them with variables. Yay! Triangles. I was like, please. Now you're just adding stress to my life.
Dude, that was my jizam, boy. I even like there was a time where I could even just look, because you know what I did? I just looked at all the past papers, like hard. Like, I'm like hard, then I've noticed a pattern. Like I was just like, cool, they're gonna do one of each. Then when I've done I knew that this one here is gonna. I know that they're trying to trick me on this thing. Out, bro. I think I even was one of those kids. Those kids who were like, who just waiting for that. No one can leave before the first hour. But in the sin causes what?
Mess.
Asking for extra time, bro.
Yeah. I've just you just reminded me of like writing exams at Wits at like a whole 29.
Whole 29, man.
Packed with every fucking faculty has got a paper. I don't know how we're all writing the same paper, one from BCom to construction to PA, but that's not my fucking business. And just like this, it is crazy with exams. I don't know why I've got these papers here, but there was always you get the paper, You look and then you're like, oh shit, I know none of this. Okay, still less. Huh. Jesus, this is based on the last 2 pages. Fucking hell. This is okay. We'll do multiple choice. Okay, let's go with this to ease our fears, and then we'll slowly assemble ourselves.
Dude, that was me. I think that was the very first time. I think that's the first time I got as close as I ever have gotten to like panic attacks. Where
Yeah,
there's just there's actually nothing I can there's actually nothing I can do here. I remember like everything just going. I can't even describe it. It was either everything was going faster or everything was going slower. But it just wasn't going at the normal speed. And I was like, yeah, it is happening.
for me, 10 minutes reading time was actually had become 10 minutes panic time. Like, let me use this time to panic because I have to write the exam. So it's like, see the thing, mind goes
Okay.
blank, freeze completely, tense up, look around for 10 minutes, and then talk your way back into the exam. Look, my friend, open the space case. You know you're there. Okay. Open 1 times space case. Okay. Take out
Dude.
1 times ruler. That's all it was.
That thing. I don't know. Everyone says it, but it's like you can go horribly wrong from the very first thing. When it says 1A, it it can literally take you to the next where there's no coming back. Like there's just no like yeah, dude. I just remember doing accounting, and I mean now this is all just like exam things, but just doing
Sure.
accounting, and you go forever, bruh. You're like, you work out the equity. You're like, you work it out, dude, and you're like, fire, and then it's off by dude, an off number, not even a number that's that these things don't match, and you're like,
They don't balance.
I don't even know where to go. Like, I don't even know where this mistake started. This mistake is from it's from far, bro. When they asked us to identify assets, it could have been there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
To trace this mistake back takes a lot. It takes as long as it's taken to write all of these calculations.
Yeah, dude. And that's why I think they should hire people who are failing hard at like Price Water Cooper or whatever. Because that was the type of auditing we had to do. We had to go like, okay, there's a mistake here. Where did this mistake come from? I know this. And like, yeah, dude, I had to re-examine all of mine.
You just remind me something. The craziest was when the examiner made a mistake, because now you're like, no, none of this matches. Then you hear an announcement. Okay, we just want to let you know that in 2.1, the equity is actually 10,000 at the beginning of the year. Ah, come on, dog. Come. Everyone has a class is like, come on, bruh. I mean, this as if that's why you were getting everything wrong. No, bruh, you didn't know shit. You just were just you. Be honest. You didn't know from the beginning.
Dude, there was a guy who got marks. Like he was so good at accounting. Like he figured out a problem. And then they said it in the lecture thingy, like whatever the next week. He figured out the thing, he figured out a problem, and then everyone was trying to jump onto that, like, yeah, you made the mistake. Like that
Oh,
this mistake does not Mm-mm, mm-mm. Don't even
this
he
is
was yeah.
this is my final thing about accounting. But I think also accounting is tough because sometimes the people who write the paper speak horrible English. Then they just put in prepositions in wrong place. You know, when it's just like the company's whatever. Then you're like, wait, does this belong to the company or is this for?
Yeah.
Then you're like, shit, wait, hold up, who's the?
I forgot that there was like it was like story sums for like adults
Yeah.
and like for like serious ones. Oh,
So
I
the
remember.
so the people's English can also be the one that just utterly confuses you.
Yeah. No, dude, I literally did. All of my things were. It was literally only ecos and com law that they let us write essays. Everything else was like, stats,
Sure.
math, accounting. And so, and then those ones, dude, when I got to that thing when they were like, okay, tell us you're working out, I'm like, finally, someone wants to hear my side of the story. Hey,
Let
that
me-
hit me, bro. Yeah, because that's all I wanted to say in accounting. Like, let me explain. If I could just put a paragraph, like, yo, hear me out.
Here's a little story that must be told. And it goes a little something like this. Oh man. Oh, those were such horrible disaster times. Bro, as the lockdown is getting eased more and more, what advice do you have for the people out there in the world,
Lockdown.
in the
Yeah.
streets? What
Yeah.
would you say to them?
Um, yeah, lockdown is not over. That's all I'd say. The Coricides is still out there in the world, and it's still. I mean, it's like because even watching like those those protests overseas, you're like, man, that's a great cause, but Coricides is gonna slat. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna yeah. It's I don't know if racism and Coricides decided to like spark up a partnership. They like they became allies in the tribe. But yeah, that one's gonna wreck. When in 14 days time, it's not gonna be a
Mm.
good time.
It's a horrible
But
combination, like of
yeah,
just so messy.
but yeah, dude, Coricides is still out there. Coricides is going. I mean, it's in Cape Town. I mean, it's definitely
Freeze, froze, pause. Having a slight break in transmission on my end. My bad, my bad. You were saying, brother?
oh
Almost.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, you
Um,
broke a little bit there.
No, yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is, yeah, it's not over. This is really when the government is saying not legislation, is still saying look after yourself. It's not like it's just saying look, we can't be held responsible because we still also have a country and an economy to run. But please
Mm,
be careful. Cause coincidence.
I feel you, man. I think that is the moral. Still be safe out there. Just because they're easing the lockdown, you still got to keep it tidy, guys. Keep it tidy on these streets,
Keep it
please,
tight. Keep
please.
it. Yeah, that's
Keep
untied, bro.
keep it here, guys. Keep it here. Keep it here. Keep it here. Keep it
Keep
here.
it there. Touch. Control. Control. Keep it there.
There you have it, folks. Touch is a move. We will see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching. Peace out, everybody.
Gang, gang.
Big
Touching
things.
is a move.
Touch is a move.